Hi, how are ya? Good to hear. Thanks for joining me on another episode of Coming Back from Fear on our journey of rediscovering our power of choice. Today's episode is focused on applying our superpowers to the emotion of indifference. What is indifference? For me, it's the feeling when we just stop caring. We can reach a point in our lives where we're emotionally exhausted. Disappointment after disappointment after disappointment could have left us feeling abandoned by life. And we might be asking ourselves, what's the point? It seems that no matter how hard I try or what I try to do, that I end up back in the same place, my face down in the mud, alone. We talked about the feeling of disappointment a few episodes ago, and those emotions were the loud, extreme feelings that flood our bodies and create the fight and flight reactions. Adrenaline flowing, tears, rolling on the floor, yelling. But when I speak of indifference, this is more about that numbness we experience. It almost feels like we're in shock or in a dream, just watching a movie, not caring what happens to the characters. Maybe it's a movie we've seen like over and over again where we're just looking at it, no emotion. We couldn't take the barrage of attack against our dreams of what's supposed to be in our lives. So we've unplugged that emotional center. Silence, numbness, drifting. Perhaps we have had several relationships that have ended up the same way. That other person showing us how worthless they feel we are, whether they were cheating on us or disrespecting us in other ways, using us for our money, taking our love and not giving us back what we need, stealing our possessions, our time, our love. After all that, we feel hopeless. We give up. Or maybe it's friends. We try to be the best friend we can to people, but they keep letting us down. We're the only ones trying to reach out to them. We are the one who calls, texts, plans, buys them things. We are the one who pulls them up from their great tumble, and we're their shoulder that they cry on. But when we need them, where are they? Too busy with their own lives. We feel like they're trying to fit us in between the important things. Or maybe our job has us giving up. Their expectations are so high of us, and all we feel we get is criticism, and we're told what we're doing wrong all the time. When will they see how lucky they are to have me there and pay me what I'm worth? And finally, maybe we think life has it out for us. We try living our dreams, and we feel like we're always hitting a brick wall that is miles high, miles wide, and miles thick. Why should I even try to share my special gifts with the world if no one seems to care, and the universe keeps holding me back? Wow. Well, let's take some deep breaths. And then let's take some more, because all of us have felt many of those things quite a bit on this planet. You are not alone in those thoughts. And if you talked about them to anyone, they would probably interrupt you with their own stories. But we do have hope. We have our superpowers that can help show us the truth about our lives and the truth about who we are. So let's do this. Let's activate the power to laugh. And if you've been listening to a lot of my podcasts, by now you realize that I really do like to laugh. And I believe that developing and maintaining our sense of humor is what keeps our life balanced. Whether it is watching funny movies or clips on YouTube, following a funny Facebook page or two, following a comedian or just a hilarious person on Twitter or Instagram. You can even buy a book of funny stories. Or you could just search the internet for things that make you smile and laugh because they're all over the place. We can surround ourselves with reminders and intentions to grin, smile, and laugh every day. Try to smile or laugh as early in your day as possible, and that can change your day. If you can do it when you first wake up, then you're ahead of the fear game. If we practice our power to laugh enough, we can change our habit from going negatory to laughing off whatever silly fear is trying to shove us into the future or push us back into the past. So repeat after me. Knock, knock. Now create your own joke and laugh. And if you need a little material just to get started, try this. Knock, knock. Who's there? Fear. Fear who? Exactly. The power of thank you. As we did with disappointment, we can look at the situations that are happening in our lives as a good thing. You might think at first that this is a horrible feeling. Why would earth would I want to feel like this? Well, we can know we wanted to feel this way because we are feeling this way. It's that simple. Now, if we are tired of feeling that way or bored with feeling this way, then we can do something about it. Because until we have had enough of something, we will continue choosing it until we are done with it. We're thrifty that way. We don't let anything go to waste. Gratitude is one of our exit strategies. Maybe we can be thankful that we have reached this point where we're ready to remember that we can only find contentment and happiness inside of us. There can be gratitude for the awareness that external things can do little but disappoint us. At least we can trust in that consistency. So eventually, that person will change or die. That situation will change. Or the thing will deteriorate, break, or be stolen. We can start looking around us and be thankful for one single thing. That is one step toward the exit out of this room of uncomfortable emotions. Then we can take another step and find another thing that we're thankful for. And then before you know it, we're sprinting toward freedom. Start with one step. The power of now. Our minds are usually set to go, go, go as soon as our eyes open in the morning. What are we supposed to accomplish today? Who are we meeting? Do I have to work today? What chores do I need to get done? Who is this lying next to me? Where's my dog? We are driven by fear to accomplish a long, ever-changing, sometimes conflicting list of activities in order to feel safe. Just stop. I said stop. We can take a deep breath, or 100, and come back to this moment. This moment is all we have. Life happens right now, not later when everything is done. We can have contentment right now because we have everything we need right now. We are unconditionally loved and accepted by the Creator of all things, the Mother and Father. Things will get done when they get done, and we can get the important things done soon. But right now, let's just focus on love and enjoy what is happening in this moment. Just stop. Don't make me come over there. And as with the power to laugh, where we put reminders and daily activities in our face to activate that power, we can do the same thing for all the powers. Gratitude journals and Facebook pages, etc. Alarms that tell us to come back to this moment. Or reminders on our bathroom mirror, in our car, at our desk at work, on our computer at home, a screensaver on our phone, whatever it might be. Surround yourself with reminders to yourself. Pretend you have bouts of amnesia where you black out and you need reminders of who you really are. Make it fun, because we do black out when we go into fear and we forget. The power of no. Really, the power of no is such a partner to this feeling of indifference. Because indifference says, I've had enough. And the power of no echoes that, which I have had enough. I'm saying no, 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 no to these expectations of how life should be lived. I'm going to let everyone be who they are. And by golly, I'm going to be who I am too. I'm throwing away all these rules of supposed to be and all the voices in my head that keep judging me and others. I say no. And now I can say yes to my dreams, my desires, my passion for life. Yeah, the power might go to our head for a bit, but that is okay. Be brave. Step forward. Face the fears. Remember, you're a survivor and a conqueror. You can do this. The power to question. I really do love this power. For me, the other powers get me to this place where I can sit and listen and learn and grow. There is a difference between indifference and observing. Indifference is emotionless and numb. Observing is sitting in peace, knowing we are unconditionally loved, full of life. And in that place, we can witness life. It's like sitting in the eye of a storm, watching all the destruction and chaos fly around you, but leaving you untouched. In that place, we can see our failed relationships and friendships as successes. We can see that they were our coaches in this game of life. They were constantly telling us and showing us how we felt about ourselves. They agreed to not give us fulfillment in external things because we wanted to experience what it felt like to be disappointed in someone else, betrayed, hurt, and rejected. We asked them to keep pointing us back to the amazing love that lives inside us. And that they did. They might even have exceeded our request and went overboard with making the point. You know, we might owe them some sort of bonus for doing such a great job. We might owe our employees, or our employers, a high five for keeping us from being content in a job and becoming stagnant. When we ask them, why aren't they paying us what we're worth, they might answer, because, darling, you are priceless, so you can never be paid what you're worth. However, you are being paid adequately for the job that you're doing. Besides, if they paid us what we were worth, they would go bankrupt, and there wouldn't be a job left for us there anyway. Then we can look at those dreams that we think we want to live while we're here, those goals that we have set in order to feel worthy of love and to be able to feel content and whole. We can question, why is it that I'm driven to go, and do all these things? And it will probably come down to being worthy of love, fearing rejection for not being good enough or better than someone else who will steal love from us. I recently asked myself, what is my real dream? If I had time and energy and money to invest toward my dream, what would it be? When I eventually got to the root of what I really, really want to achieve, it was being here in this moment. Because even if I met all those lofty goals and dreams in the future, if I'm not living in that moment when it all happens, I would still always be looking for something else or someone else. We come here to experience so much in this thing called the future, in this thing called the past. We come from a place of now where we're in that moment all the time. So if you feel like giving up, then hallelujah. It is really ready to give up the past, and we're really ready to give up the future for the amazing now. Woo-hoo. I leave you with another old Facebook post I came across this week called Stack 'em. It goes like this. Our lives are made up of memories of specific moments. There are those situations that stand out above all the rest. They are normally those situations that we remember feeling so loved, or those memories that were on the other end of the contrast, where we felt so much fear expressed through pain, loss, anger, or depression. In either case, those memories we have chosen to stand out inside of us are those that we have stacked as an altar to honor our life and experiences. We are here to witness love, both the temporary conditional love and the eternal unconditional love. The biggest extremes of these we have journeyed through have been the most exciting times in our adventure, and are the stories we will tell when we are back home. We need not focus on the failures or the accomplishments. These are of the fear ego and are comparisons to what the world has told us things should be. There is no should be. Instead, we can focus on the depths that we have soared in either direction, knowing that we are much more alive because of everything we have went through. Oh, the stories we will tell. Enjoy the adventures today. Our adventure is always love. Next episode, we will venture into the emotion of grief. Until then, take some deep breaths as you plug back in your emotions and turn down the volume of fear. Activate your superpowers as much as you want. Find something to laugh at. Find something to be thankful for. Find something to say no to. Find something that brings you back to this moment. Or take some time to question what you are believing about a person or situation. We become more powerful when we flex our superpowers. And remember, you never have to do anything you don't want to do.